Hello, and welcome back to this edition of Daily Actives brought to you by Bootleg Macro. I'm Dustin. One of the things that is very nice to see is that Tesla, for 3 days in a row, is up, baby boy. And when I say that it is up, what I mean is that we've essentially bounced off of what was previous resistance. You can see that this 215, the 217, somewhere in there, this was resistance back in February. This was resistance back in March. This became resistance that we broke through sometime here in June. And now we've come back and touched it as support. You can see that that low at 212 was very much respected. We did hit that on the 18th when it got to 215 on the closing price. We did see what looked like a very clear bottom with nearly 270 million shares traded in a 24-hour period. When I say 24 hours, you know what I mean, like 2 days in a row. But what we can see here is that we're getting the price to bounce. We are up 3 days in a row. We are now positive on the 5-day rolling return. We see that 15-day could go positive very quickly here because this is Tesla. And with the news that we saw out of NVIDIA today, this is very much likely that we could see something move significantly higher, significantly quickly. Now, when we look at what we have from the signals, we still are go short on the short term, intermediate term, and longer term. But we do see something really positive. We see it flipping bullish as of tomorrow on the short term for Tesla, which is incredibly good to see. And when I say it's good to see, it's because it's been incredibly bearish for quite a while, and we can't get the longer term to be bullish if the shorter term doesn't go bullish. So now we see that we're going to be bearish across the board, at least on the intermediate term and the longer term. But if we can get two bullish in a row by Friday, that would be significant. Now we're looking at the rolling sentiment. What I notice here, and what I think is very important, is that you currently are looking at something where you see prices, but it looks like things are starting to rebound. We're down at 40. We're down at 38% on bullishness over the rolling 2 days. Tomorrow we're going to be at 41%. Today we're at 40% on the 10-day rolling. We are going to be at 44% tomorrow. Let's see what we have in terms of trading signals. We don't have any of the bear key 3 or the bull key 3 just yet, but we'll want to monitor that as things continue to move forward. We can see that Tesla here, at least based on what we have right now, is continuing to bounce, just like I mentioned, off that 200 level at 215 level. We can see the daily sentiment here. What it's doing, essentially, it has bottomed at the 36% bear or bullishness, which meant that, again, that thing was at 63.9% bearishness, which is incredibly hard to do because that indicator likes to stay in a yin and a yang, kind of keep the world in the balance. We can see that the volume is breaking out above that 15-day moving average, which is positive. We can see the volatility continues to break up, but the rate of change is slowing down. And the correlation, it looks like, is the correlation is still screaming negative. We'd like to see that volatility rollover and the correlation stay negative. We can see at the top of the range is just slightly at 285. The bottom of the range is at 207, but it looks like the price has just bounced off of that 215, just like we expected. We can see the ultra fast sentiment, just like we were looking at, is starting to come up, at least plateauing. There's less bearishness in the stock. There's only more bullishness that can be showing up. Now, when we look at what we've got going on here when it comes to New High newsletter, I want to tell you right away that you should sign up. Why? Because we give you 25 stocks to your inbox every single Sunday. One of the things that we try to do is make sure that the breakout is completely set up for a new week. So we are only looking at new highs for 52-week highs, new highs, and new highs between $5 and $20. Because you know not everybody's got all that bank. But tell me what you think in the comments below. You long, you short, you like it, you love it. Is this even a good review? I will talk to you soon.